And how are you just feeling health-wise right now?
Yeah, feeling great health wise, man. Kind of feel the best I felt since I've been in college, truthfully. But feel the best. Been out there, had a great day at practice today, and it was definitely fun at it.
What's it been like just being here your second year now? I know the first year didn't go the way that you probably hoped, but what's it been like so far?
Kind of just like a learning experience. Definitely last year didn't go how I expected. I learned from it, and it's been great this year. Honestly, can't I have no complaints.
What's it been like working with John Mateer?
Man, great man. Just working with him and Art Buckle, man. He's just like a perfect duo, and they expect greatness. I expect greatness, so it'll definitely be great at practice.
Deion, you talked about it a little bit in the spring, just how tough last year was and your decision to come back. But now that you're in fall camp and a couple weeks away from games, have you maybe had time to look back at last year, maybe what you learned through those challenges?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just look, everything is a challenge, you know. But a lot of challenges I looked at is I got to take care of my body better. Honestly, I just can't put my all and just go out there and just think I could just run like a machine. But it made me take my process more serious and take care of my body.
You guys have obviously added a lot of new receivers to that room, and John and Coach Arbuckle. Just what have you thought of the offense so far to start camp?
Man, it's been great, man. It's been a lot of competitive. We got depth. We got the young guys making plays, man. E.T., Manning, Jacob Jordan. I could keep going on and on. But it's just been great, man. A lot of explosive plays out there.
I'm going to ask you about a couple of those guys. First of all, the one you mentioned there, Elijah. What stood out to you about him so far and what he's been able to do as a freshman?
Explosive. You know what I'm saying? Explosive. That's the name of the game, really, on offense when you're in this type of offense. But he's so explosive, and you know he want to learn the offense, and he's not your typical freshman. Honestly, comes in, he's about his business.
Deion, does it feel like Arbuckle schemes around stars like you and puts you in positions where you can make big time plays?
Yeah, but I feel like he has an open offense to where it's like if you're a star, then you're going to shine in this offense. I don't think he really schemes around anybody, but you just know if you got players in this type of offense, man, you'll be explosive in it.
With so many new receivers from the portal, obviously you've transferred before. What kind of example did you try to set, and what did you tell them about adjusting to this program?
And just coming in and just not checking off the box, giving the program more. Honestly, that was a mistake. I kind of messed up when I first came last year. Just trying to check the boxes, you know. But coming in and just giving more, listening to Smitty, dialing in, and everything will be fine with it.
Yeah, also been like adding Jay Knott to the offense.
Man, great, man. Like I said, that dude's a long strider, man. He hits the hole, strides get to picking up. But he's a great dude. You could definitely tell he played some ball. Like you would think he's a fifth year or fourth year type dude, but man, he's great, man. And then in the classroom too as well.
Deion, how good do you think this offense could realistically be?
Man, it's gonna be great, man. I really know it's gonna be great. You're going against a great defense every day. It's competitive on both sides of the ball, but just is gonna be great. That's all I can really say.
Are there any differences that you notice, like in practice, whether it be intensity or scheme wise, or just what maybe sticks out compared to last year?
Energy. Honestly, feel like the energy is there. A lot of players are bought in, and it's just showing just with the plays that's being made.
Yeah, deciding to come back for the extra year when you could have gone pro and you'd have been the draft. Talk about that and what you hope to get out of the year.
Really coming back was just learning how to be a pro's pro. Learning how to take care of my body better. I feel like I learned a lot last year. And the decision came down to pretty much it's more pros than cons of coming back, you know. Taking care of my body more, eating right, and just being a pro outside the field, not just on the field, which was a big decision to me, which kind of altered my decision to stay here and come another year.
Now getting Michael for the second year and getting Mateer in camp, how much has that helped all the receivers?
Man, it helped tremendously, man. Just having somebody like Mateer and Mike that could just spin the ball anywhere from the pocket, it's a great thing, man. They definitely, Mike, man, he's been playing great, wonderful, man. He's pushing that ball downfield. He's good with his reads. He's accurate, on point. Mateer, he's right behind Mateer looking at him and just taking things from his game, incorporating it to his game. It's a great thing to see.
Obviously, a lot of young guys in the secondary across the way. What's your kind of assessment, and what's it been like going against all those young corners and all the guys over there?
Man, them guys don't seem young, you know. Like, they came in with an expectation. Props to the defense and the coaches for getting them boys ready. Don't seem like this their first year of fall camp, man. So it's like I don't look at them as freshmen, man. I look at them like y'all going to be out there on Saturday. So y'all definitely got to get to work, and I'm going to get to work too as with y'all.
Deion, how hard was last season just having to watch and sit out?
Yeah, no, it was definitely a hard season, you know. I learned from it. Never questioned God and said, why me? But coming back is just, I learned so much between last year. Just watching, man, I just want to be out there for my guys. Not being able to go out there, man, and not being able to be healthy, man, it hurt me more than anything because I see how my boys work. They work in and out every day. So, yeah, it definitely hurt me, but I learned a lot from it last year.
So pretty much just how's fall camp going for you so far?
Going good. Seeing a lot of improvement, change since last year. Just trying to stack days and keep the improvement going.
What are some of those specific areas where you feel like you've improved the most since the end of last season?
Definitely just understanding football. You know, coming from a homeschool scene and coming to one of the most complicated defenses in college football, it took a little minute to adjust. But I'm definitely acclimated to the habitat, and I feel like I'm putting things together a little faster.
When did you first start feeling that comfort level with that?
I mean, I feel like I've been stacking days ever since I got here. Of course, wish the process went a little faster. But, you know, I'm just doing what I can, trusting the coaches, trusting the process, and just doing everything I can to get better.
How much of guys like Ethan Downs last year and then R. Mason Thomas even still now kind of helped with that process?
I mean, all the experienced guys in the room really give me a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom. You know, guys like Marvin Jones. We had Ethan last year, Trace Ford and Caden Woolard. Now we have Marvin Jones. All those guys are kind of look at them as like my big brothers. They give me a lot of, you know, info that I need, even things like tackle sets and whatever I need just to improve my game and get better, like I said.
Playing for Chavis been kind of everything you thought it would be?
A little more than what I thought it would be, to be honest, but he's a great guy. I love Chavis.
It's a lot of talk about Taylor this offseason and through camp. What have you noticed about him, and what have you seen from him as far as improvement and growth?
Definitely from where he was last year, I'd say Taylor is one of the most improved guys in the room. But I've seen growth all across the board. You know, even our younger guys. You know, we got Bergen, we got Wyatt, we got Alex Shieldknight, and even on the offensive side, you know, going against our tackles, Mike Fasusi, Logan Howland, Luke, all those guys, they're definitely getting better, and I'm seeing improvement all across the board. I think we have a really good shot at doing what we need to do.
Kind of going off what you just said about the offensive linemen impressing you, how much do you think last year's adversity between injuries, stuff like that, how do you think that's going to help the offensive line this year?
Like I said, I see everybody improving, everybody doing the things that they need to do in the small details. Of course, we got to keep stacking days. We're not at the season yet. We still got 2 more weeks of camp, so there's always improvement to be made. But like I said, I see everybody doing the little things that they need to do.
What's it like having Brent Venables call a defense again? Just him, his natural habitat.
It's inspiring, you know, someone who holds me to a standard that I don't always hold myself to, and you know, he really emphasizes the little things and the details, and like I said, it's not something I've always been accustomed to, but seeing myself improve as I see that those type of things being prioritized in my game, and even in the defensive game as a whole, I'm seeing the clicking start to happen.
Deion Burks, when you're in such a loaded position group, how do you make the most of the opportunities you do get this season?
Just maximize your moments, take advantage of your opportunities, and the little things don't have to matter as much as the big things.
How infectious is just the energy around the program right now? It seems, you know, coming off 2 and 6 and 7 seasons the last 3 years, it seemed like things are down. It seems like things are really positive around here.
Yeah, we've definitely been working and keeping things small. Like I say, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, get rattled by the noise, just focus on the next day, and whatever we need to do to have the year that we want to have.
Do you feel the expectations that come with this defensive line? It seems like, you know, everywhere you look nationally, people feel like this could be one of the better groups out there.
Yeah, I feel like we have talent everywhere we need to have it. We're definitely very deep in the defensive side of the ball, as well as the offensive side of the ball. You know, we've done a lot of recruiting this year, and we've brought in a lot of good guys, a lot of good talent on special teams, on offense, and on defense. So I'm seeing a lot of good stuff.
It seems like John's come in and he's kind of ingratiated himself with everyone. What was that first moment for you that it's like, I think we're going to be okay at quarterback? John's kind of taking the reins.
Well, John's a really good locker room guy. Seeing him take ownership of the locker room and hold us to a standard, the same standard that he holds himself to. You know, I love seeing that in a leader, someone who takes accountability, not just for other people, but also for himself. And I've seen that in John since day one, and I can really get behind that.
brought up our Mason earlier. Just how has he been sort of leading that position group for you?
Well, ever since ED left, he was like the big bro of the group, and so our Mason kind of stepped into that role, and he's been kind of guiding us using his experience and his accolades to kind of, you know, spoon feed us little nuggets and stuff that we need. We're all coming up in the defensive end game, so he has a couple more, you know, patches on his collar than we do. So we're just trying to absorb everything and get better like he did.
Do defenders ever spoon feed anything to anybody? Come on, man.
Well, like I said, it's a day-by-day process, just trying to get better in everything that we can get better at. And in this defense, there's a lot of things that you have to focus on and details you have to pay attention to. And someone who's been doing it for 3 years has a lot of info to give.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
To go against, elite guys, at an elite level, doing what I do, just getting better every day. It's been amazing, man. It's been a fun experience.
Michael, maybe what have you learned the most, you think, to start camp that you didn't know in the spring?
It's really just been focusing, getting better in my hands, my eyes, and my feet. Just doing exactly what I'm coached to do, and just mastering my craft in that. So that's really been the biggest thing. And of course, just getting smarter as a football player, like looking around the field, like sending back or sending safety. What the defense is going to do. So things like that. Just again mastering my craft.
Michael Bill just said that he expects you and Fodje to both play as freshmen. That's rare in the offensive line. But your thoughts on that, because I know that's what you came here to do.
It's all just going to come down to my mental toughness, and if anything, that's what I'm focused on the most. Just working, just working, like not be scared of anything, not be scared of anybody. So I think that's what it's going to come down to. Coach B talks a lot about that mental focus, mental strength, mental toughness. He also talks about just training, being in the pass, being in the run, straining to finish every single thing. And I think that's what I'm really big on right now.
Do you feel like you're ready to play at this level?
Yes, sir, I am. And it's just that's why I got Coach B. That's why I got my teammates. That's why I got this defense. So big vibes.
OJ, how have you seen him grow along with you, and what are you seeing from him?
Hey, competitive, man. Really good with his technique. Really good with his hands, his feet. Guys that you can watch and learn from as well, despite him playing guard. And that just goes across the offensive line. Like, he brings some laughter to the group too. So that's amazing. He's good doing all this hard work, and he's good to laugh along with his teammates. So brings all of that to the table: the toughness, the strength, the hands, the laughter, everything.
What have you learned? Said he's never really feeling satisfied with this group. How has he been pushing you guys so far?
It's really just a day-by-day thing. You feel me? Like, I would finish practice, watch that film, and wants us to be more critical about it. So, like, it can't just be him saying the same thing over and over again. Like, it's us just wanting to get better about ourselves. You feel me? So, each of us, although we got to do what he coaches us, we got to go back home and put that in our head and study. You feel me? Like, it's all about getting better on your own as well too, because all of that combined together makes you an amazing football player, man. So
It's just been like just going through camp, obviously, but you got your feet wet during the spring. It seems like you've really built off kind of the foundation that you had there during the spring.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good during camp. One thing that helped me the most is summer workouts. Really, grinding with Smitty every day, Coach Sway. The boys getting me right. So I feel like that's really the biggest impact to my success at fall camp so far.
It's been going up against guys like R. Mason, Marvin. Just how does that sort of help you with their experience that they have?
It's work. It's work for sure, but it's good though. Iron sharpens iron. So going against some guys every day, helping me get better, helping them get better. Fundamental techniques. Playing violent against them. So that's really helping me.
What are some of the things you've been working on pretty much during this fall camp, trying to get prepared for the season?
I'd say for me it's my mental toughness. We were on a long drive, 12, 13 play drives. I got to mentally strain to finish. Yeah, I'd say that for me and just my hands. In the O-line meeting room we talk about eyes, hands, and feet. In that order. So that's what we all got to really work on together.
Coach Peyton Bowen so much, but he sees you, Michael, contributing as freshmen, whether you're starting or not, you're going to play. Offensive line being as hard as it is for a freshman to come in and play right away. What is it about you two that you think has you guys prepared to step in right away here?
I'd say for me and Mike is our film study. Like every night after our last meeting around like 8, we go back to Eddington, watch film for like 2 hours, then go to sleep. Like I feel like watching the installs, watching everything, studying, not just watching it, but studying like how do like defensive linemen play blocks, and like just knowing how to leverage blocks and like just knowing football in general. That's the biggest key for it.
Is that just you two, or is there more to the group that's going back watching film?
No, it was all of us. Owen, Darius, all the freshmen. And, we got leaders like Fodje Weevil. He went to his house last night to watch film. He's a great leader. He's probably my mentor on this team. I've been looking up to him, watching him. He's a great athlete.
Carson Kent. Coach Beanbo was saying that he didn't even realize it, but John Mateer was in kind of the back of the room in one of the O-line meetings recently, just wanting to understand that position and the offense as a whole. What's that sort of mean to you as a lineman?
John, I've never seen a guy like John before. Like, his leadership is there's no really a word to describe how like leaderful it feels. Like outside here, like a couple of days ago, we had a walkthrough, and after the walkthrough, he came up to our team and wanted to just tell us a story, tell us something personal. Like not a lot of people can like open themselves up like that. So I feel like John as a person is just incredible.
Appreciate team, what the closest position group on team. I think hands down, let's say the tight end group. We're all really close together, and those are my best friends on the team. I love going out to practice every single day with those guys. They make it fun. To learn from each other and compete with each other. Love those guys. They're hard workers. That's all you can ask from them. So I've loved every single second of it.
Carson, what's it been like establishing the chemistry with John Mateer?
It's been great. He's my roommate. That's probably like my best friend on the team. We get along. He's a great guy. We have a lot in common. We cut up a lot. It's been great living with him.
How is he as a roommate?
He's great. I mean, he's a good cook. I try and clean, do my fair share, but an underrated thing is that he's a good cook. He can grill. He can do anything. But I love living with him. He's a great guy.
Does he have a go-to meal? What's he cook?
Steak. We'll do steak a lot. We'll do like rice and steak. I'll make avocado toast as just a little appetizer, but he's pretty good on the grill. He'll make anything, chicken, steak. It's really whatever he's feeling.
How'd that relationship develop with y'all?
How did we first?
Yeah, just come to that point and wind up becoming roommates.
Yeah, so really it just started. I DM'd the guy. I committed. I was like, well, now you got to find somewhere to live, and who's better than live the quarterback? So I was like, I DM'd him. I was just seeing if he's looking for a roommate, and he already had his housing all situated. He's like, yeah, you know what? Just come live with me. And I was like, perfect. So just like that, moved in, and we haven't had a single problem since. I love that guy. He's been great to me. We have a great relationship. But yeah, that's how it started.
Just you two or someone else?
Yeah, it's just us. Just us two.
How nice has it been to have two other Kennesaw State guys in the program?
It's nice to have a familiar face, Those are my guys. I've known them for a while. Jacob and Austin, they're great guys. And Jacob committed before me, and honestly, it was awesome to have a familiar face coming in. And then Austin was right behind us. And then when I heard the news that he was coming, I was like, heck yeah, let's go. But those are great guys. They're awesome dudes.
People have been talking about John Mateer's leadership both on and off the field. Can you vouch for that? Talk about your experience with him as a person, both playing but then just also living with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly great having the quarterback as your roommate. Coming in, he was familiar with the playbook already. He already ran that whole offense, and honestly, the biggest help I've had is because of him. He knew the playbook, and we would stay up late at night. He'd call out a play, and I'd write it on a whiteboard, and I'd show it to him, and if I got it wrong, he'd tell me exactly what I got wrong, and we'd go from there. He's a great leader. He's helped me a lot in terms of learning this offense and also just picking me up whenever, I'm feeling down. I mean, he's always there. He's the first one, to always check up on me, but it's great having that type of relationship with someone that genuinely cares about you, and, John's a great guy, so I've loved having him.
How do you feel like the tight end will be used in this offense?
Tight end's going to be used various different ways. We could be split out wide. We could be in the box. We could put our hand in the dirt off. I think you'll see us do a lot in this offense. We can get into 12, 13 personnel. Arbuckle loves to use us because we can just do a bunch of different stuff for him and just use us in any way possible.
Carson, have you seen Jaren Kanak kind of come along this camp, obviously adjusting to a new position for him?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say Jaren Kanak, he's a great guy. I've loved every single second watching him develop. He's got a great work ethic and a great attitude. He comes to work every single day like he wants to improve at least 1% better every single day, and I love that about him. You know, he pushes me, I push him, and he's a great leader throughout the position group, and I've loved every single second being with him. He's also one of my best friends on the team. We don't just hang out in the facility, but we hang out off the facility too. Like Jaren, Will, John Locke, Trey Washington, I mean, Caden, Cade. We eat together, we hang out together, we do everything together, and like that was important to me coming in here. Like I wanted a strong relationship with my position group because, you know, we're doing practice every single day, we're in the meeting room every single day. Why not just do everything together? I mean, that's just the way I've had it. So I've loved every single second, not only Jaren Kanak, but every single one of those guys.
Record days, like stacking up, that's just my my goal right now is to stack days on days, getting better every day.
It's a guy like Reggie Powers. Have you kind of seen him grow throughout camp so far and impressed? We've heard a lot of guys talking about him. There's been a lot of buzz about him.
Yeah, he's he's always gonna give his 100%, and so that's what you're really looking for. Is like a dude that knows his stuff, but also if he does happen to mess up, that he's gonna go full tilt, and that covers up for that in a sense. So that's always what you look for, because people are gonna have like misassignments, whatnot, but it's the way you play and the way you practice that's gonna get you on that field. And so I really like seeing what Reggie's doing, and it ultimately makes me want to be better too, because I see him go to work every day and shoot. I'm competing against all these guys, no matter what position they are. They inspire me in a sense.
Peyton, they held you out of spring to get you healthy. I don't know if we've really seen you totally healthy, have we? I mean, so how does it feel to be healthy and good and playing finally with no fear?
Man, it feels really good. Like you said, the past couple of seasons I ran into some injury bug, and like that's not something I really ran into in high school and stuff. Like I usually was like healthy to its point, like playing through the bumps and bruises and stuff. But like my senior year, even I had like my hand in my labrum like during my playoff run, and so I kind of learned how to battle through it a little bit. And sometimes there's the battle through it type of injuries, and then sometimes like you gotta sit a little bit. And personally, I'm learning like I've learned throughout the years that sometimes you do have to sit that week and let your body heal. And so now that I know that, like resting that spring was a really good decision for me, because I still had my foot lingering and stuff. And so now I feel 100%, no icks in there, like whatever you would call it. But I feel really good about how I'm going into this season.
Does it put you back on punt returns?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be in the rotation for sure. I don't think I'm allowed to say like what the depth chart is on that sense. But yeah, I'll be returning for sure. Either kickoff or punt return. That's my goal. Yeah.
How much did that step for your game to take this season?
I say just stepping up as a leader. I feel like my first couple of years I was kind of like cool with being, you know, the fun guy, like just trying to have fun, all this and that. And so now I'm really stepping into an older guy role, which I don't think I'm that old, but I got to step into that role a little bit and really just mature and be the vocal point in a sense to bring these guys up for practice, walkthroughs, lifts, just be that energy source.
How much, you talked about the injury stuff, how much did that really mess with your confidence? And, I know you guys talk about stacking days on days. How much is that happening now, maybe for the first time since you've been here?
Yeah, I'd say it didn't mess with my confidence as much. It just kind of made me like, it messed with my confidence while I was injured, I'd say, because in high school I could get away with it. Like, I had the hand, I had the labrum, so like I almost played, like I had to go do like Jonte Cook in high school with a torn labrum and a broken hand, and I have to trust my feet and stuff. And like now that I'm at this higher level, I'm like, dang, like can I really do that with sprained ankle, broken foot, like stuff like that. And so that's where I'd say it messed with my confidence a little bit, but I was still able to go out there and not let my teammates down whenever I was out on that field in whatever shape I was in.
As you get back on the practice field, how much do you notice things just slowing down and being able to play more instinctual when you're in the system?
Yeah, I'd say that when I came in, I was very I was getting to know a lot of different positions, and so that's what was harder for me, because I feel like I had like a lot of, from where I came from, like high school wise, we ran a lot of the same stuff, And so it was really just moving positions for me because we ran like a cyclone look. And so I got moved the dime, play some 6-pack, cheetah, free, strong, and so it was just all getting that all matched in. But I'm very thankful that we did that because now I know all the positions around me, so I know what everyone's doing, and so I can easily help out the cheetah if we're in a play, and he's like, what do I got? Like, I can tell him easily, or the corner, and in that sort of sense.
Heard a lot of buzz about Michael Boganowski. How has he sort of taken that growth from year 1 to year 2?
Yeah, he's really he's always been a physical guy, so that's never been the issue with him. It's just been getting getting the game to slow down for him because he played linebacker in high school, and so even just his technique and stuff, he never really knew how to scooch technique, like catch technique, all this and stuff. It was just go ball, see ball, get ball for him in high school. So it really his progression has really taken a big step in my opinion, and he's gonna be a good on every single facet, like special teams, defense, whenever we need him. He's gonna come in and make plays and be physical.
Peyton, we heard a lot about Jaden Hardy in the spring. Just how's his camp been?
It's been good. He's just gotta keep going. He gets in his head a little bit too much. If one thing goes wrong, and he really needs to slow it down. Just keep coming day in and day out. The same guy, all intensity. Just go ahead, lay it all out there. Because that's just I know how smart he is. Because he has the smarts. So it's kind of like dealing with three different people with Reggie, Mike, and Hardy. They're all different in different facets. Hardy has the most intelligent mind, football sense. He just needs to get the passion, physicality to go out there and just lay it on the line, hits and do the competitiveness. I'm not saying he's not competitive, but just the physicality wise of wanting to go out there 100% every play.
People have talked a lot about leadership on this team, and it sounds like a lot of guys have stepped up there. And I know a lot of people thought, well, they lost Danny and Billy, and they've got some growing pains to go through. But what's the identity of this defense to you right now?
I say we've had so many people learn under Billy and Danny that it makes it easier for us to step up. We know what leadership looks like, and we know that we won't be the same guys as Danny and Billy in a leadership sense because they all have their different aspects to them. And so Billy was just a leader by example, and then when stuff went bad, he would talk, but he wasn't gonna talk each and every rep. Danny, he talks each and every rep, but Billy was the one to get on us whenever stuff went bad. And so RJ, R Mace, G Baby, Dom, even John now, Troy, they all have their different ways of leading, and they're all doing a really good job in my opinion.
Peyton, you mentioned some offensive guys there. What's it been like going against this new offense?
It's been great. I have a really good relationship with Isaiah, and so we go at it all the time, one-on-ones and stuff, and it's really good competition. I love going against him. He likes going against me because we both just getting better day in and day out.
Heard he's kind of a precise route runner. Is that kind of what stands out about Isaiah?
Yeah, he's been really good, and he got that speed to him. So if stuff breaks out, he can run away from people, and so I think he's gonna be really good. In my opinion, they say he's underrated. I think he's just gonna make plays day in and day out, and he has made plays all summer.
This offense seems better this year, more competitive in camp, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say so for sure. I say we had stuff that we ran into last camp, but I'd say that it's really competitive right now with the ones. They get us some days. Today we kicked their butt, but it was a really good day at work.
How special is it for your family? Just you being able to play with Eli again.
Oh yeah, it's always a blessing. We had TJ Watt talk to us. I mean, not TJ, my bad. JJ Watt talked to us, and he was. I even asked him how is it having your brother in the league, yada yada yada, and he was like, I never got to play with my brothers. They got to play with each other, and the bond they have, is so special and stuff. And I really felt that. And so even playing with him, I feel honored and stuff. And I have someone that I can trust and easily just be yeah, he got his. I just have to worry about everybody else now.
Do you think this could be the best defense since Brent's been here?
Honestly, I think so. I think we have a lot of spunk, a lot of tenacity to us, a lot of willpower in a sense, and a lot of physicality from all angles. We got corners that love to hit. We got safeties that love to hit. All that. Our D line is one of the best in the country. Our linebackers all are coached by the best dude, and just had Danny Stutzman ultimately to kind of guide them in a sense. And so I think this can be one of the best. But I mean, time will tell, and we just got to go out there and show that.
Thank you.
Quite a bit here during camp. Early.
What's it been like for you just being in a competition where it seems like there is some opportunity there?
I'm just trying to stack days, just trying to get better. All I can ask myself is just get 1% better every day. So just gotta keep stacking days and everything. So
how much was last year just a learning experience and getting your feet wet, and then obviously building on that during the spring?
Yeah, last year I didn't play a lot, but I had to see other guys, like older guys, and just learn off of them and just get better every single day. Just learning the playbook and just trying to get better off of them.
It seems like everybody that comes in here from the cornerback position talks about how big of a role that Gentry's played with them. What's he meant to you just in developing yourself?
Just he's an older guy, so I always ask questions, just get better at my game. He's really smart. He dives down in the playbook and everything, so I just try to learn off of him. So as the other guys. So
what's it do for the confidence of you and some of the younger guys when coming out of spring? Coaches could have easily gone after a transfer at cornerback just to try to bring in some more veteran there, but they feel confident in what you guys are able to do.
Coaches are starting to trust us younger guys. We're starting to learn the scheme a lot faster and starting to pick up the playbook and everything. So as long as we just keep stacking days, we're gonna be right as younger guys. So yeah.
For you, kind of cross training at corner and cheetah, how's that balance going, and what have you kind of learned about each of those things? Is it similar or different?
I still got a lot to learn. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm just gonna keep learning the playbook. Whether it's cheetah, corner, wherever the coaches want me to play, I'm gonna play my hardest at it. So,
what is the toughest piece about that cheetah spot as it relates to your game and making that adjustment?
I'm getting a lot better at it. It's just really just knowing my alignment and how to show different coverages and then playing my role, my key. If I know that, I'm gonna play a lot faster at it. So.
Have you been able to lean on Kendall Dolby in that just because he's a natural corner who played that?
I'm just older guy, so I got to ask questions to get better at that. So yeah.
Seems like Cortland has made a name for himself early on. What's he done so far to kind of stand out?
He's a guy that's going to work hard. He's going to get better every single day. I see him diving in the playbook at home, off the field, and everything. So as long as he keeps picking that up, then he's going to be smooth. He's going to be right for season.
You talked a lot about asking questions of older guys. Was that something that came naturally to you, or that you had to sort of grow into?
I think me asking questions to older guys like last year, Woody, Kanai, they just all helped me get better at corner because my senior year in high school, I was playing quarterback. So I kind of almost lost my role at corner. But it just helps me when I ask questions to the older guys and get better and learning better at the corner spot, cheetah spot, whatever it is, I'm going to get better at that. So,
is there anything you learned from that experience playing quarterback that has helped you?
I think just knowing where defense disguises their coverage, where they roll, I think that's really helped me. And then where the offense lines up and what their split is, it kind of helps me a lot to know what route is coming or what's going to be happening in the situation. So.